3.
Charles Harbin, Director of Career Services, and I'm here with Jax Phase, our Director of Training. We're actually going to do the layout of all of the trees that all of our students do throughout their time here. I'll let Jack go ahead and start it off with phase 1.
Alright, so what we have here is we have phase 1. Okay, right here in phase 1 we have students that have never welded before, so we'd like to bring them in. We start off real basic welding, you know, we start off in the flat position, move into the horizontal and the vertical. All 70-18 1/8 rods are being used in this. We want to make sure they have good overlaps and they got the good fundamentals of reading the puddle. Then we move them into doing some T-plates, so we 70-18 T-plates overlapping beats, 6 beats or more in the flat position. And then also a 70-24 is done in the T-plate as well. So this is phase 1. They have 3 weeks to get this done, to get these projects completed. Alright, moving on to phase 2. Mr. Charles is going to talk about phase 2.
In phase 2, we stay with the stick welding. We teach them in different positions. We actually take them into the 3 position, vertical position, as well as the overhead. And we also introduce them into the open butt position, into the groove welding, still all using all stick welding. This is actually a closed butt right here, still using the 70-18 sticks. And then we're actually transitioning on into phase 3.
As we move on to phase 3 here, this is where we do MIG and flux core. Okay, we start them off just running some T-plates. Just running some T-plates, and we move them into where we're doing some horizontal MIG when they have open butt roots. We do hardwire MIG roots and then MIG them out as well. We do it also in the vertical position, teaching them a weave technique, so they run a MIG root downhand and then MIG hardwire fill and cap. We also show them with flux core as well, so we're still running MIG roots downhand on our vertical, and then we're running flux core fill and cap, and we teach them with a weave technique and with a stringer bead technique, so they know how to do both. And we have a single bevel that we do it as well, so we run a MIG root and then flux core fill and cap. Once again, phase 3, MIG and flux core. Moving on to phase 4.
Here in phase 4, we're actually teaching them how to run a 60-10 root with the 70-18 fill cap in all positions, in the 3 position, as well as the overhead position. And then we're also doing a 2G position, still doing the 60-10 root, as well as 70-18 fill and cap. Just different positions. And all of these, again, have to be completed in 3 weeks time frame in phase 4.
Alright, moving on to phase 5. Phase 5, we only have 2 positions here. Reason why is we're introducing them to pipe. As we both know that whenever you're welding pipe, it's definitely a little more challenging. You got to learn how to start moving their body around the pipe and so forth. So we're doing 60-10 root, 70-18 fill and cap in a 2G position, and then we also teach them in the 5G position, 60-10 root, 70-18 fill and cap, all in the uphill technique. That is phase 5. Moving on to phase 6.
Phase 6, we're also trending back from phase 5. We're going into the 6G position, teaching them the 60-10 fill root with a 70-18 fill cap in the 6G position. But then we're also introducing them to the TIG roots and the 70-18 fill cap. Well, they actually just TIG all the way into the 2G position. And we also introduce them to the 6G position. TIG root with a filling cap, 70-18 filling cap. And then we're transitioning right on into phase 7 as well.
As we move into phase 7 here, phase 7 is where we start 2-inch pipe. It's TIG all the way out. We teach the walking of the cup. So in phase 7, they got 2, 5, and 6G positions, all on carbon steel, and teaching them walking the cup. Very challenging phase. One of the hardest phases that we have in this program, as you well know, is TIGging all the way out and on 2-inch pipe. And they have 3 positions, which they've never done. They have to get all this done in 3 weeks. So phase 7, 2-inch TIG all the way out. Moving on to phase 8.
Phase 8, again, we're staying with the TIG all the way out, but now we're going to the ER309L. We're going from all positions just like phase 7, just using a different line. They're going for the 2G position as well as the 5G position. And not actually shown here, we also have the 6G position. Again, this is another difficult phase that they have to go through with the TIG all the way out.
As we move into phase 9 in our program, students have the choice here of whether they want to do high frequency welding or if they want to do some downhill welding. You know, so as far as the aerospace welding in phase 9 on stainless and aluminum, you know, we teach them in the overlapping beads, lap plates, T-plates. We teach them with that on stainless and aluminum. And we teach them even how to weld some soda cans up. Not that they're ever going to be welding soda cans, but where we, at least it's something to go home and brag about. They welded up a door. Also in phase 9, they have their choices whether they want to do downhill welding. In downhill welding, we teach them the 5G position, we teach them the 6G position, and we also teach them the inverted T as well. So we teach them how to set it, lay it all out, cut it all out, fabricate it, build it, and weld it out. So they have their choices in phase 9, whether they want to do high frequency or downhill welding. All right? 3 weeks to get it done, moving on to phase 10.
Lastly, our students, in order to complete the final phase, they actually have to pass a bend test. And they actually have 3 projects that they have to complete. One is a 6010, 7018 root pipe weld, and they also have to go do a TIG weld, TIG root with a 7018 steel cap. Each one, out of each project, we actually have to cut out coupons, and each coupon is actually put into a guided bend test. The guided bend test has to pass. They cannot have a hole bigger than a 1/18 quarter. And you can see here, if they are bigger than this, they will not pass. This is an example of a pass and a fail here, and these are all of the examples of each one. So that is a complete rundown of all of the trees here and all of our professional welding phases here. We thank you for your time. Hopefully this helps out.